What's poppin' YouTube, and welcome to my channel, Astro Finesse. It's your boy Lil Finesse Jiggy Hippie, back with another video for y'all. And this video right here is if your Mercury sign is in Pisces. And I'll pause for the cause. If you don't know what your Mercury sign is, if you don't understand how important it is to learn about yourself through astrology or numerology, if nobody put you on, if you had fear about astrology and nobody really told you like how real and how true it is, don't worry, it's not your fault. But I got you. There's a couple of videos. I put the link in the description. You gotta watch them first to become hip to the knowledge of what I'm about to talk about right now. So if you look at your birth chart or your natal chart and you realize your Mercury sign is in Pisces, first of all, I fuck with you on an even deeper level because we have the same placement. I understand how difficult this placement is. I understand you probably went through a lot of hardships or still going through hardships with communication with this placement. I want to shed light on this. I want to tell the masses and explain to the masses the best way I can why we do what we do, why we think how we think, and why we speak how we speak. Also, pause for another cause. Shout out to a Sagittarius queen, Keisha. She sent me this crystal pendant. I know y'all peep quality, A1's grade one, but I'm gonna leave her information in the description to her Facebook. Contact her if you want one. She's definitely very talented at what she does, and I appreciate you. But so without further ado, this video might be a little long because I'm about to really like go in. Without further ado, let's just get it popping, shall we? Now you already know, before I start, I'm gonna give y'all a list of some celebrities so y'all can visually see what Mercury and Pisces people look like and act like in reality. So to start, we got Lady Gaga, Kurt Cobain, Justin Timberlake, Mariah Carey, Big Sean, your boy Eric Bellinger, Pharrell Williams, your boy Chris Jones representing Pump Chasers, Eddie Murphy, Jessie J, Janae Aiko, I hope I'm saying her name right, Aretha Franklin, Maya Angelou, Kelly Rowland, Queen Latifah, and Robin Thicke. All right, so boom, Mercury and Pisces. First of all, let's have a little recap of what we talked about so far on this channel. We have the sun sign is your ego, your core energy, your brand name, so to speak. Moon sign is your emotion, how you react to things emotionally, how you feel about things. Rising sign is your physical appearance, how you present yourself to the world. Also, how you perceive yourself to be presented when you go into social situations for the first time. We have the Venus, which is what you're attracted to, what you find value in, what you like to spend money on. We have the Mars is your action, how you go about getting that attraction, your drive, your passion. Now we have Mercury, which is the planet of your communication, the way you compute things, intellectualize things, the way you speak, your voice pitch. So communication, how you speak. Mercury, Moon is how you feel. Mercury is how you think. So now having a Mercury in Pisces, we all know the Pisces energy. Pisces is the last sign of zodiac, the old soul. It's all about imagination, very dreamy, ruled by Neptune. Very just extremely like has no boundaries, is very like imaginative and just very like out there, broad minded when it comes to like the imagination. So now having a Mercury placement in the category of having a Pisces placement in the category Mercury, first thing I think about when I think about these people, and I'm talking about myself too, so I'm gonna say we a lot because I'm here with y'all. We are dreamers to the max. Like our mind is always in the dream world, always in the spiritual realm, always in the other dimension. Like our mind is very dream-like. So having this placement can be very difficult. This is why it's in it's like in detriment in this placement, because the opposite of Pisces is Virgo, and Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. So just like Sagittarius, Mercury was also in detriment because opposite of Sagittarius is Gemini. Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. It's exalted in these placements. Opposite of Gemini and Virgo is Sagittarius and Pisces. So Pisces is in detriment in this placement. So that means that we really have to like really work harder to communicate with people. Like we really have a hard time communicating clearly with people, especially in this reality. So now you being a Mercury in Pisces, you probably feel what I'm saying and understand what I'm saying like when I first say it. But what happens with us when we're speaking to people, a lot of us have to like repeat ourselves. A lot of us don't really know like the right words to say. A lot of us like jumble over our words. A lot of us stutter a lot. Like you can watch my videos, you can see like when I'm speaking sometimes I jumble over my words, or I stutter, or we say like and a lot because like I just did it right now. But because when we're speaking, right, it's like our mind is always like, our mind is very broad and very like imaginative and very dreamy. So when it comes to words, Mercury likes things that are like, detail oriented. Mercury likes things that are like, intellectual and on point. And Pisces is very imaginative and not really detail oriented like that. So as we're speaking, it's like our mind is always going somewhere else. So we find it hard to really like pinpoint exactly how we feel into words. Like the way we speak is usually through our imaginative mind. The way we speak is just through like, we get like messages from the universe. Remember, Pisces is the last sign. So Pisces is like the most intuitive sign. So we get messages from the universe, from our spirit guides, from the ethers. So we are like a vessel of the spirituality of life, and we are a vessel to speak through that lens. So a lot of us, when we're speaking, our mind is always going somewhere else, in like not in reality sometimes. So when we're speaking, we find it hard to like really find the right words to say. We find it hard to speak clearly a lot. A lot of us are very soft-spoken too. Pisces is like the most soft-spoken Mercury sign because it's very empathic, it's very intuitive. So for me growing up, and I really had like a problem with displacement growing up. Like if you have Pisces Mercury, understand that it's very difficult to really overcome your communication skills. And this is why my YouTube channel, which is why like without this channel, I don't know how else I would have been able to like really work on my speech. But we really have to like, it's hard for us to really speak clearly to people because our mind is always somewhere else. And we always have to like find the right words to say in order for it to be conveyed correctly. So people are always going to ask us to repeat ourselves. People are going to ask us people are going to look at us and be like, what did you say? We are very dreamy when we speak, very poetic when we speak, very imaginative when we speak. We could take any mundane thing and like turn it into like a fairy tale. We could just take anything boring and just turn it into like turn it into magical, and turn it magical, turn it inspirational, kind of thing like that. So we have a talent to just turn anything and turn anything regular and boring and mundane into magic and spirituality, things that are not of this realm, kind of thing. So with this, people around us are not going to always understand what we're saying. They're not always going to understand like why we say what we say. A lot of people just like stare at us when we talk, and because like we're very dreamy when we speak, it's like they hear what we're saying, but they don't really understand it. But you just find people staring at you when you speak because like they're just in awe of what you say and how you present yourself. Like that Pisces imagination and that dreamy effect will come to us when we're speaking. So people will like stare at you, and then when you finish talking, you'll find out that they don't even know what you said. They'll just be like, "Can you say that again?" Like, I know, can you say that again? Like people always ask you to repeat yourself. So we have to, it's hard for us to find the right words to say. So we always have to like think what we have to say before we say it while we're saying it. So this is why you always like stumble over words. This is why we will always say like and to like try and fill in the words of the blank, trying to fill in the blank spaces in our sentences. It's very hard for us to really pinpoint and find the right words to say. Pisces is ruled by Neptune. Pisces has no boundaries. Pisces is just out there like that. And Mercury likes things that are constructed, likes things that are, structured, detail oriented. Now for me, I'm more fortunate. I have my Mercury sign in the 6th house. Remember, 6th house is the house of Virgo. So I'm more detail oriented with my communication, which is how I could like, really set up this whole YouTube channel and make it very like structured like that. But those that don't have Virgo energy in your Pisces Mercury, will find it hard for you to like really be detail oriented or really be pinpointing about the words you want to say. So one thing that would help us big time, and this is what I do, like every single full moon, and we're living in the age of Aquarius, just go on Google and type in like full moon calendar, and it'll tell you like when the full moons are. The energy of the full moon, whenever like a full moon comes up, what I do, I have like a little journal and I just write what I'm thinking, how I feel. It's like I'm talking to the universe while I'm writing down what I feel. We are really connected to the ethers and the universe. Like they speak through us. We are the vessel that they speak through. Understand that. So it's very important for us to really overcome our communication skills, because what we say to people heals them. Pisces is a healer. What we say to people heals them big time. So don't feel like because you're not good at talking, you're just gonna give up. You don't want to talk or anything, because people need to hear what you say, because we are connected to the universe. We're connected to the ethers, to the spirit guides. We're just connected to that realm. So we have to be the vessel to speak that to people around us and heal people. We are very empathic when we're speaking. When I'm talking to somebody, automatically, like if I don't know them, I automatically feel them. I automatically put myself in their shoes. I automatically just like are empathic to them, and like what people feel, we like are sensitive to it, and we feel it, and we get affected by it deeply. It's like very like we're just sponges no matter where we go. So a lot of us do like to be isolated a lot because we need our space to be by ourselves, because our mind is always going somewhere else. Like we're not in reality. A lot of us do not like 9 to 5s. Like 9 to 5s is not our forte at all. This is why I always speak to Pisces people. Like we have to find a way, because we are very artistic. We are very just different and just like in a whole another realm of reality. So we have to find a way to use those talents and bring it into reality, so we could monetize it, and we won't have to do that mundane matrix 9 to 5 like clock in clock out thing, because that is not our forte. We're not really structured in a way like that. We like our freedom. We have no boundaries. We like being expressive, imaginative. It's like dreamy kind of thing. So use your talents, your artistic talent. You're probably really good at drawing, music, dancing. Use your talents that you are gifted with. Use your gifts and find a way to monetize it, so you can live your life with no boundaries. You can live your life the way you want to. You're not going to be structured and clock in at this time. You can do what you want. At the same time, you'll be using your gifts to heal people. The main reason why I even started this channel was because like I was at work. I used to work at Amazon, so I was at work. I hate working 9 to 5, so understand that this is not my forte. But I was at work, and like people, when I'm talking to people and I give them advice, we give like really, really good advice, because like while we're speaking, like as I'm speaking right now, I hear a voice in my head before I say the things I'm saying. That's like the universe, my spirit guides telling me what to say before I say it. In all my videos, everything that I've said in all my videos have been like messages that have got from the higher power, from the spirit guides, that I'm portraying out to the masses, and that's how I'm trying to help people. So understand that you have a power with your speech to help people. People will love your advice because you just have a different mindset. You just connected to a whole different reality. So understand how important it is to really work on your communication skills. A lot of us do stutter a lot. That's really like a big thing for us, to really just work on slowing down a little bit, work on thinking through what you have to say before you say it. We don't like to look and sound stupid, because we know like when we come up to a situation and we're speaking and we don't have everything planned out perfectly, we might say things that just might be off the wall, or just might not make sense to like to the matrix world. It might not make sense, but to another Pisces Mercury person or another spiritual person, they would definitely resonate with it. So I understand completely how hard it is to communicate in this reality. I'm trying to like give y'all an example of what it looks like when you really like work on your communicative skills and can really hone in on your powers to heal the masses, like to heal people. Our voice needs to be heard. So really work on trying to get your communication skills on point, because when you do, the things you say to people, people automatically will feel that on a deeper level, because we are very intuitive. We're also very psychic people. A lot of times Mercury and Pisces people have a reputation for being like aloof or just not in reality. So people think like we're not intelligent. People think like we're just like ditzy, or like we're just kind of like just not in reality like that. But understand the mind of that Mercury and Pisces person, they are extremely intuitive and extremely psychic. They know what's going to happen before it happens. They're just in tune with the whole environment, like very sensitive to the vibrations of the whole environment. So in their head, they're like way ahead of everybody around them. They're so ahead of people around them. Understand that. So it might come off like they're just not in reality, or you're just like ditzy or whatever. But understand, in their mind, the Mercury and Pisces, that person knows a lot. They know things that are not in the matrix. They're very in the spiritual realm. So understand that about yourself. Understand that you have a tendency to always drift. Your mind always drifts off to another realm. Like if we're in school and we're reading a book, like we always have to stop reading and go back and repeat it. Like we always have to read it, and all of a sudden as we're reading, our mind just goes somewhere else. Then we have to stop and go repeat and come back, because we are all just like connected to like the spiritual realm. Understand that our mind is very imaginative like that. So we're not really good at structured things like that. So you know that about yourself, and really like, you know, understand that it's gonna be harder for you to learn in the mundane, regular way. But the best way that we connect with like with our environment, with like learning, with words and all that, the best way we connect with ourselves too is music. Like, we are addicted to music. Now, people, I didn't say we like music or we love music. We are addicted to music. Music is a way that we can like really hone in and just go in our imagination and just like drift off. And the music frequencies in our head like just helps us and aids us in the way we feel. Like, music is everything to a Mercury and Pisces person. Understand that there's nothing I could do without music. Literally, take a shower, I need music. Go to the gym, I need music. Getting dressed, I need music. Brushing my teeth, I need music. Like, understand that everything about us is just a whole nother realm, a whole nother like just out of reality. We're just very like that. So this is why it's a hard placement to have, because if you understand that you're not really in this reality like that, a lot of times you will find yourself being lost, feeling alone, and that's when the escapism comes in, and we're going to be susceptible to like smoking, drinking, doing drugs and all that, just because we don't feel like we belong in this reality. So I'm telling y'all to understand that. Really hone in on yourself, meditate, make a journal, write down what you want to write down, how you feel, like new moons, like write down, make a like manifestation journal. Like, really understand that we have to be different with the way we express ourselves. We have to be different with the way we think, because our mind is very broad, no boundaries, and just very out there like that. It's hard for us to really be pinpointing on details and to be extremely like detail oriented when we speak. So really work on your speech. But as soon as you work on it, understand that the powers that we have is we are healers, we are psychic people, we're very intuitive. So the best job for us is like, like being a spirit medium or like being a psychic, going on YouTube and trying to like express your healing powers to people, giving advice, being counselors, anything that has to do with you helping somebody with what you say. Because like I said, we are connected to the ethers, to the universe. So we are vessels for what they have to say to us. Like, we get the information in our head and we automatically just see like the whole new different side of it, the whole new imaginative side of it, a whole new dreamy side of it. And this could be a negative too. Like, a lot of times we're not really detail oriented like that. So before we like say something or make a decision, we're going to be making it through how we feel a lot of times. So this can be a good and bad thing. If we're not really pinpointing on the details, we could say things that don't make sense or that is wrong. Also, we could like do things off the cuff because of how we feel at the moment. So really understand like how you feel on every moment. Really understand like what's going on in your mind. Understand that you're going to always be drifting off, be very dreamy and imaginative. Understand that about yourself. And it's not a bad thing, but use this mindset, use this dreaminess, use this artistic talent y'all have, use this gift, and use it to benefit yourself in this reality, because we're in this reality anyway. There's no need for us to try to escape it all the time because we don't feel like we fit in. There's no need for us to like really be hard on ourselves. There's no need for us to be like to not succeed in this reality because of having this Mercury in Pisces. So the universe blessed us with this placement. There's a lot of negatives, but there's also a lot of positives if you really can work on it. It's in detriment in this placement, so we have to put more focus on the way we speak and how we present ourselves to the universe and to people. But once we do, the benefits is we really impact people's lives. We're really inspirational to people's lives. We could change somebody's life by the advice we give them, because we get information from the higher power. Understand how important it is to really know how to communicate with people. Those that have Mercury in Pisces need somebody around them that could really be patient, that can understand that sometimes we stutter a lot, sometimes we don't, sometimes we're not really like pinpointing what we say and how we feel. Like, it's kind of hard for us to like really express exactly how we feel through words. But we are very poetic, very artistic. So writing, drawing, like anything that has to do with you taking your energy and putting it into anything artistic is our forte. So really use that to make money for yourself, so you don't have to do that matrix 9-to-5 thing, because that is not our forte. We don't do well with boundaries and structure like that. We have no boundaries. We like to just be free and dreamy. That's how we're made up. People will not understand us a lot. That's a big thing. Like, growing up definitely was very hard for me to like really grow up and understand that sometimes when I speak, people don't understand us. Also, we are very empathic, like I said. So also growing up, I had to learn the hard way that being so nice and being so empathic in this world, people take advantage of you a lot. So really pay attention to people around you. Really make sure you get the right people in your circle. It's very important to have the right people in your circle because we are sponges to energy. We are sponges to frequency. How people feel, how people think, what they do affects us on a tremendous level because we are in tune with the environment. We're in tune with everything around us. Like what people do around us affects us deeply. We feel everything deeply. A lot of us are going to be quiet in situations because like we're just feeling everything on a deep level. So really take your isolation as a way to heal yourself, to really like be at one with yourself. Meditate. You have to meditate with displacement. You have to really be spiritually in tune with yourself. It has to happen. If not, you will be susceptible to doing that escapism thing with the Piscesness, and that escapism thing, because Pisces are automatically dreamy. When we escape reality, we can get lost in this reality. Understand that. And I could attest to this a lot. Like we go through phases where we just feel lost in this world. Like, and it's really sad when you think about it. Unless we have somebody helping us, unless we have like somebody giving us advice or anything, a lot of us don't get ourselves back into reality a lot. For me, luckily, I've just worked on myself so much. I meditate a lot. I do a lot of writing in my manifestation journal, a lot of writing in my journal in general. I just love, and I listen to a lot of music, and I just like am in tune with myself spiritually. So when I find myself becoming lost in the spiritual realm or becoming lost in my imagination, I could come back in reality and like, all right, so Jalil, snap back into reality. Like when reality be more structured. Also, me having the Mercury in the 6th house helps a lot. But really understand how important displacement is to master your communication. Because once you do, you will change lives. You will change people's lives with what you say. We are the vessel for the ethers, for the universe. We are the vessel to speak what has to be said at the moment. The advice we give, whatever we say, is coming from another realm. I understand that. So our imagination, our mind is very dreamy. We could be aloof a lot, but you have to be conscious of the fact that you do this and you have this power, and you use it to your advantage to help humanity, to help heal the world. Understand how important this is to have. I know it's hard, and I definitely resonate with y'all big time. Like I feel y'all big time. Like I feel like when I talk to a Mercury and Pisces person, we automatically connect because we just speak the same exact language. Like everything they say, I know what they're saying. Everything I'm saying, and they know what I'm saying. Like I never have to be like, what you say? It's like we automatically connect because we speak the same spiritual language. Hone in on your powers. Really work on your communication skills. Like for me, this YouTube channel was a big help for my communication skills. You don't understand how much, like when I watch my videos, I'm always like critiquing how I speak, and I can like work on my speech and all that. So really like make videos of yourself and talk. Just work on your communication skills because you really have to get the message out. We are the vessel for the universe. We have to get our message out. And when we do, understand that our healing powers is tremendous. Our imaginative fairy tale like storytelling helps people. Like we're just tremendous speakers and healers once we can hone in on our powers and our gift. So that was my video on Mercury and Pisces. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I know y'all waited mad long for that. I apologize for the wait, but I just had to like really break it down to the max right now. But y'all definitely waited a long time, so I definitely appreciate all y'all that have been waiting. But that was my video on Mercury and Pisces, and that's my last video of this series. Appreciate all y'all who have been watching and have been following me for this long. You don't understand how much this means to me. If you haven't subscribed yet though, go ahead and handle it one time for your boy. My next video is gonna be, I don't even know yet, but whatever it is, you already know I'm about to go in. So appreciate all y'all for real. And drink your water, mind your business, and be safe out here. I'll see y'all next year. See y'all when I see y'all.